Yeah, we're live. And mistakes will be made because it's the Tsunderedome. If we're not making mistakes, we're not doing things right. So I guess need to get this show on a roll. Oh boy. Oh boy. Popped out the chat so I can see it this time. I'm still learning how to do this shit. So, I guess to start things off, I'll talk about what my thoughts are on Destiny 2 and the upcoming content beyond the launch of Forsaken. I know I got bad taste. Don't at me about my bad taste. We all have a shitty game that we all like. But I have to say I like the idea of the season of the Forge update. Because the heavy machine guns are coming back. Oh how I miss them. Well, not that much because I only recently started playing Destiny 2. But I did miss the machine guns. Because they were the most fun heavy weapons in the game. It was either that, rocket launchers, or the friggin' swords, and swords were kind of lackluster for me. In my hands, I always turned a machine gun into basically a sniper rifle. That's how I usually operate. Let's just see if I can't do the screen share. Not sure. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. So we got the heavy machine guns. Let's see if I can. There we go. New weapons, which I guess means new exotic weapons. I could care less about Crucible and Iron Banner. Some gameplay updates, seasonal ranks, meh. The Black Armory sounds pretty cool. Especially the weapons are like the fabled Golden Age weapons. You never know what those are going to be like and how weird they're going to be. I don't really do much raids because I don't really have anyone to do it with. New exotics, new legendaries, and then we go to what's coming in the spring. New weapons, new Crucible content, blah blah blah. Joker's Wild, new activity experience, Gambit Evolves, new exotics, new legendaries, new triumphs and collections, bonus rewards, new weapons, and now the, I just think this is probably what sells me on the new content. Namely this and this Black Armory idea. And stop sharing. Let's see what else I can find. talk about. I think what's got me most excited is the return of the Thunderlord. I never quite liked the Galahorn in Destiny, but I love the Thunderlord. It's just a fun thing to run around with, and like the patrols and whatnot. Yeah, make sure I'm not muted because I've done that before. Yeah. Zoe Quinn, would you please go away? No one cares what you think. Okay. I should have been looking at Twitter when I'm doing this. Now let's look. Guess I should get to the main thing I'm talking about. If you have any complaints about this, go blame MinQX or where their display name on Twitter is, because they're the one that brought up the whiny Nintendo fans. They say it's not their fault, but it's their fault. Well, it's also the Nintendrone's fault because they're the most whiny, self-entitled fans ever. They think that every game should be on their Switch. Why? Because reasons. They don't give any good reasons, but because reasons. I don't know why, but because a lot of the games they want will probably melt their Switch because they require too many resources. Oh, got someone to come in. Uh, Paladin will be joining us. Uh, See if he can. Yeah, guess not. All right, so back to the rant at hand. The most whiny, selfish, entitled fans because every game should be on their Switch. Never mind the fact that Nintendo is probably like the most well known brand. Of course, they're going to be beating us with games. Everyone's already beaten already. Jesus. You act like you're winning some kind of contest of skill, but you're not. You're not impressing anyone by playing games that we've all beat. Jesus. They're just so stupid that they think that, I heard we're beating you, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. We're doing it with a game you've beaten 2 years ago. Never mind the fact that most of us forgot that game existed. I really think that Nintendo's trying to just sink their responsibility making consoles, but these people just keep buying everything that they make because these people have no self respect. They'll just buy anything that says Nintendo on it. I mean, Nintendo is selling cardboard for fuck's sake. And these motherfuckers still bought it. Wow, it's just depressing to think that people will buy anything Nintendo makes. Someone at Nintendo could literally shit in a box, and these people would still buy it without any self respect. It's kind of sad when you think about it. Why would you do that? It boggles the mind. Don't you have any respect for your wallet at least? You're buying cardboard. Just don't understand how people would. Here's the thing I don't like about Nintendo ultimately. They keep making a console with a weird gimmicky controller. This time it's a tablet with two controllers attached to it. Why can't you just make a normal controller, a traditional console? No one wants even this motion controller shit. It's kind of a cool idea for a little bit, and then people got bored with it. Oh crap, got cough. Deep down, most people just want to have a normal controller. They want to just sit back and play a game. No one wants to have any crazy gimmicks. They just want to play a game and relax for a little bit. They don't want to be doing a lambada all over their living room just to play a game. It's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. The most terrible of ideas. I want to get well. My cousin, he's not a Nintendrone. He's an Xbox, and he's always giving me grief because I got a PlayStation instead of Xbox One, and all of it's no games. And he's trying to sell me on the power of the Xbox One. They didn't think any of this through. I don't care how powerful the Xbox One is. If it has no games that really get my attention, why should I get it? Same with the Nintendo. There are only so many times I can play Legend of Zelda or Mario. Eventually, I'm going to get bored with them. For me, I just let them play it. Well, technically speaking, I do have the bad taste of playing Destiny, but it entertains me for what it is. I didn't buy into all the hype I'm gonna be able to climb that mountain. I'm not stupid enough to believe Todd's lies were told by someone else. I did it because I got it because of the premise sounded kind of fun. Because it's basically Borderlands, except forced online multiplayer with a bunch of jackasses and squeakers. I have my fun. I just go on patrol and killing mobs for a while. I don't need to be constantly handheld by some AI mechanic that doesn't keep me engaged because I don't need to be have my hand held. What I want is a game that gives me a gun, puts me in the right direction, and I just start killing things. That's my idea of a good shooter. I only played one Call of Duty game, and that was Ghosts. And the game holds your hand the whole way through. It's not that fun, and it just seems like a waste of resources. Of course, my idiot cousin, he likes to preach at me about how stupid I am for liking Destiny when he likes Call of Duty. That's the pot calling the kettle black. I don't claim Destiny is the greatest game ever. In fact, I constantly say it's got a lot of problems. But the thing is, I have fun with it. I'm not trying to sell people on the game. I'm not trying to get people to play the game. That's not my job. It's about me just having some fun. I could care less if other people want to play it. Because I think deep down inside, most gamers have that one game that they like, but they know is shit. Everyone has that game that's a pile of crap. But there's something redeemable about it in their eyes that makes them want to play it. Yeah. Let's go on another tangent for a little bit. Yeah, go at least for an hour. Let's see what I can figure out to look up. Let's just when I read my manga, just browse through it to see what I can find. Just trying to find something that looks like something to talk about. Oh, there it is. When people thought that isekai couldn't get worse, there's literally one about gyarus that are in an isekai world with access to Twitter. I was just making this up. I haven't read it. It doesn't interest me. And I'm the kind of idiot reads a lot of isekai just because. The premise just sounds stupid to me. It's just, wow, what the hell, man? But like I said, it probably appeals to someone. I'm just not the target audience. Just like Destiny's not for most people, it works for me. Uh, there's nothing new in the tag I usually look into. So, time for another tangent. If I mentioned a stink Tonka. Yeah, I still laugh at that bit. The client Dusty. That's one of those things that I always go to just to get a good laugh. Uh, Looking for something. Uh, Japan, would you please stop doing CG? You just can't get it done right. Looks too weird. Looks out of place. Looking for something to go on a tangent about. Let's just look around. Maybe I'll find some news stories to talk about. Let's see what Anime News Network is making a big mountain out of this week. Because a bunch of far left idiots have to go and ruin anime now. They can't just enjoy something, they gotta go and try to take it over. And in the process, ruin it because they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the appeal of certain things. Let's take a look. Let's look for something. Okay, don't see much to talk about. Black Clover is one of those ones I wanted to like. It just popped up on my screen. That's one of those series I wanted to like as an anime, but I couldn't stand the sound of Asta yelling every fucking time. God damn. You're making my ears bleed, Asta. Enough with the ah! It gets old. No one wants to hear you screaming about. I don't know what it was you're screaming about. It was annoying. Furthermore, the studio behind it, they were already milking it. They turned one chapter of the manga into 3 fucking episodes. God damn it. You don't need to milk things up hard. Jesus, it's just so stupid. Let's see what I can find. Shit, there's No cringy news to talk about. Unless I want to hit hard news, I'm not just not that interested in that stuff anymore. I'm not Sinatra. It'd be weird for me to talk about that. I'd like to stick to what I'm interested in because it's a better use of my time. Looking for something. Oops, sorry about that. We never learn God anime, which is something I'm excited about. I'm still waiting to find out who they cast for Fumino. Of course, chances are I might be disappointed because oof, I was disappointed by Black Clover. There aren't enough words to measure my disappointment with Black Clover. There are no words because it's just why? Why did it have to be so bad? Why did it have to milk it? It's one of those things that I just don't understand. Studio Pierrot has the worst habit of milking things. They did it with Naruto, they're doing it with this, and what put them past it, put them past trying to force an ending that wasn't in play to begin with. Just because, I don't know, they want this one girl to win, even though she was not in the story much to begin with. It's called character development. Look it up. Seems like a waste of time to just force a pairing because you want it to happen. Just adapt things the way they are. Because we all saw how things worked out for Classroom of the Elite. They try to force the involvement of one character that no one really cared about, but they were trying to make her into a parallel out thing to Yukino from Origairu. Origairu. How do you pronounce it? Japanese is not my first language. And mistakes were made is not a good enough excuse. Because they went well past mistake. They went to a territory that can't be considered a mistake. Mistakes are really small things, not massive things that people don't want to hear or see. Mistakes are forgiven. When you try to shove one character down people's throats, put her in parts of the story she was never in, downplay the roles of other characters that were in those roles, take a story arc from a later volume, just and stick her in that role that was from that volume, just to prop her up as some great heroine when anyone I've read small parts of later volumes. And basically, the main character of Classroom of Elite, he fucking hated her. Morikita was not a likable character. She might be a little bit sympathetic because she just wants her brother's approval, but at the end of the day, she's not a great character. That's just horrible writing overall. Let's take a look. I could go on and on and on about terrible adaptations because, as I've mentioned before, once you read the Campione novels, the anime really doesn't just doesn't hold up. They didn't get a proper representation of Maria Yuri's personality because once you read the novels, well, the same manga, but I never read the manga. You find out Maria Yuri is basically a tsundere, a scary one that scares the God Slayer, and that's saying something. All it was a good adaptation. Is that too much to ask? Is that really too much to ask? I just want adaptations to be good, just a one-to-one representation of what people read in the series. We don't need to have things that make no sense being put in there because you're trying to sell to people on the novels themselves, and might deter people from actually reading them because you just screw up the story altogether, and the complaint from the people that actually read it is going to really hurt your chances of making another season of anime if you wanted it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'll do this topic of the Nintendrones another time when I have my co-host. He's still sick, and maybe by then I'll have figured out how to do OBS because the Hangouts really doesn't work. I'd like to use Discord, which saves time. Uh, See if I can find something to talk about. I think the Crunchyroll mistake has been talked about enough. I'm not going to go there. Ooh. Uh, Still not seeing anything to talk about. I might just stop the stream now because I really got nothing to go with on my own. Because if I was playing a video game, that'd be one thing, but it's a lot more fun to do this when I got someone I can go bounce off of. because I like to just talk about stuff. And I'm not seeing anything to keep the conversation going. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So I'm just gonna call it here. And for those of you that watched or crazy enough to watch me, my rambling, thank you for stopping by. I'm not even going to question your weird taste because I got no room to talk. I play Destiny. Later.